So we are welcoming you to the show, to Sisters in Song. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us where you're calling from and maybe tell us how you got started in music and songwriting?
Um, well, thank you so much for having me. My name is Sean Griffin. Today I am at a friend's office in LA. I usually am in Kingston, New York. Um, and I got started writing songs when I was very young. I think the first song I wrote was when I was 3.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, it was a song called Mr. Sunshine. And my mother was so sweet. She remembered it. She would always sing it back to me. So, I never forgot it. And yeah.
That's really
It's
cool.
adorable.
I love
Yes,
that.
I do too.
So tell us a little bit about songwriting and your process. What usually speaks to you for a song? Lyrics, melody, or how does it come to be?
I have not just one way that I do it. So sometimes I'll hear a phrase or a word or get an idea for something, and then I want to write a song about that specific idea. But very often I get a melody in my head first, or other times I'll be noodling around with the piano or the guitar, and I'll maybe have a progression or something, and then I'll start, hearing a melody over it. And um, the words sometimes just kind of come. Sometimes it'll just be like one word will just like kind of pop out, or you just kind of like almost like sing almost like words, and then there'll be one that kind of gets attached to a certain point in the melody, and then you kind of go back and start pulling them and piecing them together. That's often my process. And my writing process has changed quite a bit. I used to have endless time to sit at the piano by myself and or the guitar and be uninterrupted and just focus on writing a song. That's what I'm doing. And now that I have 6 children, as you might have heard, it's a little different of a process. Now I have to have a lot of faith that the melody is good and that it will come back to me. And I write in the car, probably the most these days. I just will find a scrap of paper and start writing down lyrics, or safer is I just record it on my phone now. And they'll just kind of sing. And a lot of times in those situations, I'll come up with the first sentence that I like, and then I'll kind of add on to the next sentence, go back to the beginning and kind of sing it through, and then like add. So sometimes I do that process, not always, but it's one of the ways that I've always found helpful to me. Kind of like, is this good? And then you go back and you sing, and then you build on it and you go back. And so sometimes it works out that way too.
That's cool. And it's a cool way, I think, not only to build on it, but to remember it. Like, is this good? And am I keeping this here? Oh, this is good. Or maybe you listen to it and you're like, maybe this isn't as good as I thought.
And there's something to be said about writing in the car too.
Yeah,
That's
right.
kind of what we do too.
Yeah.
And if we go on long road trips, we like to write in the car. It keeps us awake, and then it kind of sparks inspiration.
Yeah.
So totally get that.
How do you handle?
You write together?
Yes. Yeah.
Or we write separately and then we bring it together and kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and then it becomes one something.
And who does the lead and who does the harmony?
So that's
a good question.
That's right now we are lyrics only, and we're learning our instruments.
Yep.
We are learning piano and learning guitar, and so we are
trying to figure out how to put our words to the music.
Yes, that's the big goal right now.
Wonderful. Sometimes I don't know if you've ever used an auto harp.
No.
But it's wonderful. Have you ever seen it? It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's stringed, and you can just push the chord and you run it down, your pick down it. And as you're kind of developing these other skills, it might be like a quicker access point for you just to kind of get rolling a little simpler. Because even though it was old.
Yeah,
that's an amazing idea though.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's our takeaway.
And also, I do have to also say that the ukulele is not as intimidating at first as a guitar, and it's easier to do a couple chords. So it might be another thing. See, now you do auto harp and ukulele. I've just made your new sound. I mean,
you just made our band.
Yeah.
Sean,
that's awesome.
That's great. So going back to writing for a minute, when you're writing, how do you handle like a creative block or if you get stuck?
Well, I'd love to tell you the secret, but I don't know it. I think it's just a matter of I'm not gonna fib. Full disclosure, I have a giant book of half-written songs, and I have gone back to them, some of them, and I have finished ones, from time, it'll be really old and melody just comes out, and I'll be like, it could be years later, and all of a sudden I'll be, oh wow, that melody that I remember all the melodies, and so it'll come back, and then I'll be like, yeah, let's look at that, and then if I can find the piece of paper or in the notebook, it's great. I am really bad at writing on the back of an envelope or a piece of mail or a receipt. My poor wife leave these things everywhere. It'll be in my jeans and she's doing the wash.
Oh no.
It out, has to look. You threw out my new song. It was shoved in the back of your pocket on a receipt. What do you expect? So, yeah.
That's fantastic.
You got to start sticking those in the notebook.
Yes.
That's the goal, right?
Yes, women are much more sensible. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Thinking on that, I'm going to butt in before your question.
Okay.
I'll just say, how do you know when a song is truly finished? Do you?
Well, personally, I like to play them out as quickly as I can.
Cool.
So I have to say, for me, sometimes the performance is also part of the process. I have songs that I have played out a certain way, sometimes even for years. And then when it's time to record it or get around to it, a new part might reveal itself. Or I might, it'll like kind of like get this nagging little feeling like, oh gosh, maybe it needs this other little thing. So I had a song, People Are Mad, and I was playing it out for a bit, and that happened. And then off this new record, I have another song called JFK, which is about the airport, not the man. And and I was playing that. It's kind of like a traditional Irish ballad feel. And I was playing it a long time. And then when I went to record it, I was just like, I just feel like it needs something. And I wrote this whole other part like right before going in to record it. And I really feel like it made the song. It was like magic. It just kind of came together.
That's super cool.
Well, and that leads me to what I was going to ask you about is with this new album coming out, how did it come together? How did you decide to go solo and tell us all about how that came to be?
Sure. I mean, the thing is, we're all a bunch of dads in the Ruffians. And so our wives convene and they let us know what we can do. No, I'm joking. No. So we, it's been a while since we had done a record, and it was really, bothering me. We had a banjo player who passed away, and a bunch of years back, and I was anxious to do a record, and it still kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And then I was like, guys, let's do it. And we all looked at our schedules, and it got pushed back. It was going to be so many months out from when I wanted to do it. And I finally just said, okay, I gotta do it. What was interesting about the process of the songs that went on it is I presented a lot of songs to the producer, Kenny Siegel, who produced the record, and he's worked with like Langhorne Slim and his own band, Johnny Society. They're great. And anyways, he kind of combed through songs, and it wasn't like, what have you done recently? It was just like, I like this, I like that. So this record wound up being like, just kind of like, here's my book, you pull out songs that you think that you, and his approach is like, he won't say, oh, something's a good or bad song per se. He'll just grab ones that he feels he could do something with that makes sense for him and his kind of, inspiration. So that's how we kind of came across that. And had I not started the record, sadly, my fiddle player also passed away before the record was done. So that was a little sad and hard, because had I waited, we still wouldn't have been able to get the thing done with Ruffians anyway. So it kind of just worked out that way. We have a new young fiddle player. He's very lovely, and but he's like 20 years younger than all of us. And yeah, so he's been in the group over a year, and I still feel like he, or probably 2 years at this point almost, and he still feels like the new guy because we've all been together so long. So that's kind of the nature of it.
Well, I'm really excited. When does it come out? What's its official
I
date?
wish I
No,
knew.
yes.
So exciting for me, because I've always been, pretty indie. It's on Right Track Records, which is in London, and they are hooked up with Universal, and they're doing the distribution. So, in a way, they're treating me like a new artist, and as a result, we're going to do some more singles and allow it to kind of get some traction and grow. So it's looking more towards February or March. I don't think they're going to make it go longer than March. That's my hope. But my wife is so excited for this process to be shifting to the next part of the process.
What? So thinking of that, what is the next thing? It's touring once the album is out, or?
Yeah, so well, I'm going to do some shows in London in the beginning of October. That'll be the first time I've played there, and I'm going to be doing a combination of some Irish pubs because I have always done that. And they're going to also put me in some more like singer-songwriter type venues, more like cool kids places, which as a working musician in the Ruffians, like we're very working class perspective. So our wives expect us to come home with money. So we do things that make money. That's what we do. Go figure. And so as a result of that, we've done a lot of pubs and a lot of festivals and private parties, and fight clubs, and but so those types of things have kept us busy, and so I'm really, really looking forward to that. So that'll be like in October, which is almost around the corner. And I have a show coming up with the Ruffians on October 4th in Long Beach, Long Island, as part of their Irish Day Festival. And so that's the next part. As each song is getting released, we're kind of shooting videos, and that is a new thing for me. So I've never really done that, and that's I'm always trying to see if I should use that hemorrhoid cream to suck up, and, if that
Botox in the.
if that would smell, if I just put some spackle in there and sanded it with like
Oh
2,000, maybe you could buy me a couple hours.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not really that vain, but when you have like a powerful camera and it shows like all the pores in your face, you start realizing like, oh, I've been doing this for a while now, haven't I?
You can blame those 6 kids though. You can be like, see, this is from you, and this one's from me.
Yes. And these are all from laughing and smiling because of you. There you go.
Well, you just made me laugh and smile, so no, I'll blame you.
Yes, that's right. Well, this is really awesome, and it's exciting to have your new album coming out. Do you remember what your very first performance was, and what was it like?
First performance. Well, okay. So as a songwriter or just first performance?
Like whatever that means to you, if it was with the Ruffians or on your own, or
well, my father sang barbershop growing up.
Oh, wow.
He always was in a barbershop choir or quartet, and I'm one of 5 children, and he made us all sing together.
Oh my gosh.
So he came up, we had our own little repertoire, and we would be at like a family picnic or all these poor people he subjected us to. It was just like, okay, kids, come over, it's time. And then he'd have us sing like 4 or 5 songs, some show tunes. We used to sing the Greatest American Superhero theme. We knew all the verses. Such a good song. And believe it or not.
It's the Griffin family singers, like the Von Trapps.
It was a bit of that. So that was kind of like, that was the early, being forced. And I mean, that probably took me back to like 6 or 7 years old. And then like a lot of us, I sang in choir at school and obviously sang in church. And And then I started a punk band, like freshman year in high school. I started writing songs in freshman year, like a lot. And that's when I started teaching myself how to play piano and guitar. And I had a really good friend who was older than me. He kind of helped flesh out the first few songs and kind of got the ball rolling for me. That was very helpful. And then you have to throw out like the first 50 songs you write, and then
You're right.
turn the page, or you have to sell them to somebody else.
There you go.
Okay, but in the age of AI, it's a little tricky. There's so many songs.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, but I shouldn't have said it. I ruined the interview. I said the word. Oh gosh, is there a booby prize for mentioning? Ring a bell. Like, ring a bell.
We have to employ that.
I used to have a tambourine in here. I don't know where it went.
Oh my gosh. So you taught yourself, do you read music at all, or do you just play by ear?
Well, I had a few piano lessons as a young child. I can't say that I practiced as much as I should have done, but it was enough for me to be able to read the notes in the treble clef and read the notes in the bass clef. But my mom had this thing, it was called a chord computer, and it looked like an old calculator, and you would push the chord and it would show you the keys to play, and it would also show you like the two inversions. So you could do it in root position, or you could restack the three notes, or you could do it again. So in the beginning, that's what I did. And that's kind of how I sussed out the chords. And then I started realizing on the piano, telling you all my deep trade secrets. When you're doing a major chord on the piano, if you count the notes between your thumb and your pointer finger, if you have three, so it's like a black key, white key, and a black key, three, then 1, 2 for a major chord. So it's always 3, then 2, and it's reversed for a minor, so it's 2, then 3. So when I would just I would sit there and be like 3, 2, 2, 3, and that's what I would do. And then I always just did an octave in the left hand, whatever the root. If I'm playing a C chord, I would just do a C in the left hand in the octave, and I just kind of always just kind of moved along. And this is how guitar players play piano, and piano players hate us, but this is what it is. And it's enough that I can accompany myself singing if I have to.
Yes, perfect.
And I did do enough to pass out of music class in college for the piano requirements. So.
That's great.
So with this new album coming out, what are you the most excited about? Do you have a favorite song on it?
Well, they're kind of like children. You have to love them all.
Yes.
So you can't have a favorite.
Can't pick a favorite.
We always know it's the youngest.
No, not in our house.
Not in our house, yeah.
Unless they were really naughty.
Well,
yeah.
I'm the youngest. Was I really naughty?
I was more naughty. So we have an older sister too.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So I was the second of 5. So I always refer to my older brother as the practice child.
Maybe we should say that.
Yeah,
we call her the golden child because she.
Oh, well, yeah, they are usually very type A. They got all that extra attention.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
So
anyway. Oh my gosh. So, okay, was there ever a song then by someone else that made you say, I want to be a musician? Like,
oh gosh,
you fall in love with music.
So many things, so many. Okay, so no, back to the favorite song. Okay, so
yes, I want to know.
To be told, for a long time it was that song JFK, which now has the second part. But off the record, I have to say there's a song called Nothing, and I've really enjoyed playing that song a lot. Part of it is because I'm doing finger picking, which I don't usually do as much. And I'm always proud of myself when I get through it with only a few mistakes. And my wife will always say, oh, it was so close. There. Oh, yeah, what is it? Like, I could do a 3-hour show. And if I miss one word, she'd be like, oh, you forgot the word on that song. He was like, it was a lot of songs I sang tonight. But anyway, she's wonderful. It keeps me honest. And so songs that I heard, obviously, there's just so many. There's a reason I wanted to be a musician because of singers, because I love way they sang.
Mhm.
That was amazing. And then obviously there's songs that just inspire you to want to write or just be part of it. I mean, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, I think, is still probably one of the best songs ever written. I think.
Yeah. It makes me cry, so I think it is too.
It's a great song. And then of course, all of the things from childhood that, are the most important thing in the whole world ever. So like, yes, I remember having a visceral reaction the first time I heard the Ramones.
Oh,
My father listened so much 50s music. It just felt like 50s music that someone had sped the tape up a little bit. And I was like, I get this.
I like this.
So I loved that. I was like fourth grade. That was really fun for me. I don't know what my mom thought about me bopping around singing these silly things all the time.
Yeah.
I used to get a lot of like, why can't you sing nice like you sing in church? I got that. I still get that. But yeah. So this and then I came across the Violent Femmes. Oh my goodness. I mean, that whole album, Violent Femmes for me was just like I think I bought that so many times because people kept on stealing my cassette
Oh,
tape
no.
or stealing the CD. It was just, it was such, it's just like, yeah, it was just so huge. And then like Billy Bragg, I came across him. I loved his stuff. And Workers' Playtime was a really big record for me. And I loved the Smiths. I couldn't get enough of the Smiths and all of Morrissey's work I've followed and loved. And then I'm just, gosh, I don't know, so many people. So many,
Like a sponge soaking it all up.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Disintegration by The Cure is probably a perfect record.
Yeah. No skips on that one.
But then I did, like, I don't know if you know the Posies. There was that
Yeah.
album, Dear 23. I thought that was amazing songwriting. It was such a good, and Tom Waits, like, my goodness.
Yes.
You're Innocent When You Dream. I remember hearing, that was the first Tom Waits song I ever heard. It was on the end of a film. And I remember being like, oh my goodness, what is this?
Yeah.
It was so magical. It felt like Louis Armstrong and fairy dust and like magic. And I was just like, this can't be real. It was so good. It was so good. And he seems like a myth to me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very cool. Yes, very eclectic.
Yes.
I love it. Will the new album be coming out on vinyl?
Yes.
Awesome. We're
big
vinyl
people.
Yeah, we're
so
big
we always
vinyl people.
ask.
So we always ask so we can
I had some
collect.
Paul Coldery had mastered it. He gave us a general master because like to master it for a record, like it was a significant difference. But are you familiar? I'm sorry, Greg Calvi is what I meant to say. Greg Calvi mastered it. And Greg is amazing mastering engineer. So he mastered John Lennon. He mastered the Ramones. He mastered David Bowie and thousands of records. He just retired, so I just got this in before.
Oh,
you did it. I mean, that in itself is an honor.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's so cool.
It did. You always hope like, oh, maybe some of that Stardust will land on my record.
Well, I think it did from hearing the first two.
Oh my gosh, yes.
First two singles. I love it.
Me too.
We're looking forward to it. All right.
Ready?
Yes, I'm
We're gonna
ready.
ask our rapid fire questions.
Oh gosh.
You starting this time?
I'll start.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
You're our first tea.
You're our first tea person.
Barry's tea. Barry's Irish tea. But not
very nice.
Not if I'm singing. It's terrible. I don't drink any tea like a week before if I'm going to sing. So
Interesting.
So most of the time it means I don't get to drink it these days, but I love it. Oh my gosh. 5 cups a day.
Sounds like me and coffee. Okay. Vinyl, cassette, CD, or streaming?
Well, you already played your hand, so I want to be liked. So I'm just going to say vinyl.
Yep. Yep. First album you ever bought?
By myself was Workers' Playtime by Billy Bragg.
Cool.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, my go-to karaoke song. Usually an Elvis song, something by Elvis. I'll do anything off of his repertoire.
Gotta love Elvis. Riding at night or riding in the morning, typically?
Both.
That's all right.
It's a good answer. All right. Do you write, and you kind of answered this already, but I'm still going to ask, do you write your lyrics on paper, phone notes, or voice memos?
It's usually always paper. I did try the thing once on the notes thing that's on the phone, and I did it like successfully. It didn't feel like it would be possible. Yeah, I wrote this song about being stolen by Amazon women, and it reads like a Shel Silverstein's poem, kind of the way my wife is like, that seems like a Shel Silverstein poem.
That's so funny. Very cool. Okay. Do you or what's your pre-show pump up song or ritual?
I always warm up. So I have a warm up thing that I do. It takes me about 47 minutes.
Love it.
Very cool.
That is cool. Okay. Dogs, cats, fish, birds, or reptiles?
To eat?
That's someone else said that too. I mean, if you're gonna,
I haven't. I'm not a big pet person. I've had a fish before.
okay.
Okay.
For the win.
For our people who haven't heard you yet, describe your sound in 3 or 4 words?
Handsome dad rock. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. No, it's kind of it's a little Celtic rock. It's singer-songwriter. It's kind of post-punk. It's got a bit of all those things. I have a very eclectic influences.
Yes.
Very
Yes,
cool.
as you've mentioned. So yes. Okay. What advice would you give to new musicians or songwriters?
Who have to do it?
That are crazy enough to want to do it.
There you go.
Okay. Advice. Don't be afraid of writing a bad song.
I like it. Yeah.
We've written a lot.
We've written a lot of bad songs.
Like work through the process, because I think what happens to as writers is sometimes you're doing it, you're like, this song kind of sucks. So you stop it before you're done, instead of just being like, no, I'm going to allow it to suck. And then it might develop into something better. And I think there's a lot of missed opportunities sometimes pumping the brakes.
Yeah. So embrace the suck. Yes.
Embrace the suck. That's right. Okay, now it is time for your shameless plug. Where can we find your music, your website, Bandcamp, Patreon, all the things, Instagrams, all the things?
I have a website. It's SeanGriffinOfficial.com. And that's the best place to see where I'm playing and sign up for the mailing list so you know what's going on. And I do like giveaways for like singles to download and things like that for signing up on the mailing list. And I have the Instagram thing like we have to have. So that's also my name. And I'm trying to think what else. Bandcamp is something I know I really need to do more of, to be honest. And I'm getting scolded for that. If my wife was here, she's in New York, I'm in LA at this moment. If she was
She
here,
told us to ask you. Just kidding.
she usually would be sitting here, and right now she'd be kicking me under the table or poking me in the ribs. And so thank you for reminding me. I'm a little remiss in getting that up, but I'm looking forward to it because I'm understanding that it is a much better way to kind of reach people more directly and share different versions. So I have like acoustic versions of songs that I'm going to be sharing on that soon, and also on the Spotify. But I'd say the website is still the best thing for me. I feel like all these other platforms, they're very, the very cool kid for 1 month and then they go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can lose all of these people that you're in contact with. So I think
100%. Very cool.
Very
All
cool.
right.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chat with us today. And
Very
we
exciting.
are really looking forward to
Yeah.
your new album. Congrats.
Also, I was going to ask, videos, like where
Oh.
does one see the videos that you're making?
Oh, so there is a video for both of the songs. I don't know if you've seen the video, but you will hopefully, or Nicole will send you the link. But it is, yes, there's a video for People Are Mad, and there is a video for Rocks Off. So both are on the website and both are on YouTube. So I do have a YouTube channel as well, under Sean Griffin, and you should be able to find it there. I'm trying to see what the official name is, but I think it's just my name, Sean Griffin. And I'm not a big computer person.
It's cool that videos are making a comeback, though.
Yeah,
I
videos
feel like
are
everybody's
kinda
starting to do
great.
videos again, which is fantastic.
Yes,
Anthem?
yeah. So two videos has been great. Been very, very fun and silly. And my children were in both of them, and my wife.
Hey, that's fantastic. Love it. Love it.
Well, thank you again. This has been so much fun.